Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the newest member of the Toronto Blue Jays, fresh off of signing a 3-year deal and meeting with the media today, starting pitcher Chris Bassitt. Chris, welcome to Tim and Friends. Welcome to Toronto. Welcome to Canada. Really appreciate the time.
Thank you all for having me.
Anytime. All right, listen, hard-hitting journalism off the top. I've heard Bassitt Hound, but the Twitter account goes by Seabass. So what's the official preferred nickname for Jays fans who want to be down? Is it Bassitt Hound or Seabass?
They get to make that up. I could care less. I don't care. I've been called a lot throughout my life. So, yeah, we're good.
So either one of them fits?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, we'll figure it out as we go along, and you can't give yourself a nickname, otherwise everyone ends up with the name Duke. All right, listen, besides money, we understand that's a factor always. What made Toronto the right fit for you?
There were so many factors into this. First and foremost, I would say it's family. I wanted to be close to having family around, kind of thing. So I grew up in Northern Ohio, so that was massive for me. And then obviously another bigger issue is I wanted to go to a team that I truly thought would give me the best chance throughout the life of the contract to potentially win a World Series. And with the starting group that I'm kind of joining, and obviously our lineup and defensively at the corners, and you got Witt at second, and you got Bo, and you obviously added Kiermaier. I think we have something pretty dang special going on in Toronto.
There have been a few of your teammates to roll through Toronto, the ones from Oakland at least, over the last couple of years. Did you talk to Matt Chapman and maybe Marcus Semien about what you were walking into?
Yeah, definitely talked to both of them. I've talked to a lot of other former teammates that I had that obviously went through Toronto as well. And I honestly could not hear a bad thing about Toronto, either from a city or an organization. And it made that aspect very easy for me, just in the process of trying to figure out where we were going. And then it was more so just like, all right, if we can come to an agreement, then I definitely want to be there.
Is this the closest that you've played to home? I know you mentioned home and how close it was to family. Is this the closest that you've played to home in Curtis, Ohio? I'm guessing I-75 South there?
Yeah, no doubt. I played in Oakland, which feels like a different country compared to Northern Ohio, then obviously New York. So, yeah, this is definitely no doubt closest I've been to home.
So for fans who don't know a lot about you, how would you describe what you're bringing to the Jays?
Just competitiveness, I would say. That's the biggest thing. And then try to be accountable on and off the field. And I'll give you the best I got at that day, and whatever happens, happens. But yeah, I'm hoping just to make people proud, like I said, how I handle myself on and off the field.
You know, it's funny. I was listening to your press conference with the Toronto media earlier today. Winning comes up a lot. It strikes me as you're a dude that likes to win. Yeah,
no doubt. I've been very, very lucky to be on a number of playoff teams, and I've been also unfortunately on some bad teams, to say the least, to start my big league career. And it's a whole heck of a lot more fun to be on a team that's good, and then obviously giving yourself a chance to win a World Series and things like that. So it just makes life at home more enjoyable. It makes in the clubhouse more enjoyable. So yeah, winning is definitely a massive part of this game. So I definitely want to win.
Yeah, when you play 162, it can be tough if it's hard, and it can be good if it starts rolling. I know Ross Atkins, GM of the Jays, referred to your repertoire, which some folks have said goes 7 pitches deep. Kevin Gossman on Twitter asked you to teach him the 10 pitches that you throw. Yeah. How did you end up with all these pitches?
Yeah, I think it's more so I try to evaluate my weakness or weaknesses from the year prior, and basically try to so-called like counterpunch it. How do I make that not a weakness anymore? Years ago, I started off probably with 2 or 3 pitches. I bet most would argue with just like 2 pitches. And I just have slowly added pitches over 6-7 years. And obviously things are kind of working out pretty dang good. But yeah, I would say just more so just trying to make constant adjustments to what big league hitters are trying to do to me.
Understood. Listen, I'm not trying to bring up tough times, but Canadians really value toughness, hence the game of hockey. But blue-collar guys go over well in sports in Canada. Basketball, Fred VanVleet, Kyle Lowry, Charles Oakley, loved in Toronto. Baseball, Larry Walker. Marcus Semien was one of those guys. Like toughness, work ethic, come to work with your lunch bucket and just do the things that you do well. I go all that way to talk about you getting hit by the comebacker and how quickly you came back. If I'm not mistaken, it was like 5 weeks later and allowed one hit in your return. Is that toughness something you pride yourself on, or is that just you needed to get back on the horse that bucked you?
Yeah, I would say it's very similar. Not to compare like hockey injuries, but it's very similar to a hockey injury in the aspect that like for months you kind of like will grind with teammates, and you know how much people have sacrificed and stuff like that. And it's like, it's more so like, if I can get back on the field, then let me get back on the field. So I would say a lot of people made a big deal out of the injury, and I know it was a big deal, but to me, it was more so just a hurdle that was just preventing me to get back on the field with my teammates. And that's where I wanted to be. So as fast as I could get cleared is when I got cleared. And then that's what happened. I got cleared and I was back on the mound.
So it was kind of about being there with the team and trying to go through the grind that you guys go through every year together.
Yeah, our goal in Oakland that year was to win a World Series, and our goal was to make the playoffs. And I knew I needed to be on the field for my guys. And unfortunately, it took 5-6 weeks for a doctor to clear me, but eventually they did.
I've seen you reach out to others. I saw you tweeting about Tyler Zombro. Like, it can be tough to bounce back for even the best of them, eh?
Yeah, I've privately. I went through Tommy John. I went through obviously that injury, and I privately reached out to a lot of guys just in the aspect of I know how hard it is mentally, and not only just physically, but more so mentally, to get through hurdles and get through things. And even if you're not on my team, and I think you're kind of potentially struggling if you have setbacks or whatnot, I'll just reach out and just be like, listen, I've went through some stuff. Just keep going. I know it's not easy. I know it's not fun. And I know, especially in the social media world that we live in, where fans will say a lot of bad things so-called about you. I just wanted you to know that I'm like kind of here, even though you might not know me, and I'm like supporting your journey throughout all this, and hope to see you back on the field or whatever it may be soon.
That's awesome. That was actually up on my wall during the pandemic. Just keep going. Head down, just keep going. Before I let you go, I know you played some basketball. I know you're a football fan, kind of a fan of all sports, which I love because that's kind of what this show is about. So if you weren't a baseball player, what would have been the game for Chris Bassitt?
Yeah, basketball, no doubt.
No doubt.
No doubt. Yeah, I still, to this day, arrogantly enough, I think I could walk on to like a D1 basketball team.
So did you play against anyone in high school? I know you played high school ball, and Ohio's turned out some players. Did you play against anyone in high school?
I played against some guys. I've also played against a couple of the guys at the Akron basketball team when I was there, and they made the NCAA tournament. Yeah. And I'm not gonna say how that went, but it went pretty good for me.
Oh, really? I gotta look up the Akron Zips roster from back. Were there any Canadians on that team? Because I know
I have no idea. We randomly ran into the basketball team in the rec one day, and it did not go well for them, I'll say that.
And Chris Bassitt put it on them. I absolutely love it. Hey, listen, welcome to Toronto. Welcome to Canada. Really appreciate you dropping by and doing this, and obviously wish you the best of luck.
Thank you all.